My name is Eoin McCaffrey, milking in partnership with my dad Seamus here in Esker between Balgally and Omagh. We have a herd of about 200 cows, milking through Lely milking robots and feeding them with a Vector. Came home in 2013 when my dad got a hip operation and started milking then. We were an 8,000 litre herd running out grazing. We started keeping in our high yielders because we're limited around the yard here, and pushed on yield and with feed to yield as well, so we went up to about 10,500 litres. Second child come along, started needing more flexibility in my life, wanting to get out, not be late evenings, missing bedtime, so that kind of pushed me down the route of robots. Since putting in the robots, we went up till just over 13,500 litres. We're fully housed now and just pushing output per cow. My dad's very much let me make the decisions. We both knew what robots could do for us. Once we were pushing cow numbers on a limited area around the yard, it was always leading us down to higher yielding, so we felt that suited the robots more, and they're definitely taking the potential out of the cow. Like we haven't changed genetically really over that last 10 years, but we've massively pushed on yield from, obviously we were only milking twice a day in the parlour. Now we're averaging, I think there at the moment, 3.5 or 3.3 times through the robots, and getting fed right, it's definitely pushed on yield. The robots started on the 30th of August 2023. We started up with 3 robots then, and then this year in July we put in the Vector, and then at the end of November there we put in the fourth robot then. We had been predominantly autumn calving, took all our replacements before Christmas sort of thing, from September to Christmas, but now we're sort of flattening out the curve and trying to get it more suitable to get the most out of our robots all year round. We have a robot split into highs and low cows and heifers. Our highs would sort of be sitting around that 53 or 4 litres. Our lows are sitting around 32 or 33 litres. Our NMR milk recording's coming back at, I think it's 971 kilos of fat and protein for the year. I suppose that's a goal for us, is to hit the 1,000 kilos. That was an increase from 930 something the previous year. So hopefully this year we'll hit 1,000 kilos. It's flexibility within your day, whether this morning there, for instance, my wife had to be down at the playgroup with my daughter, and she needed me in for 8 o'clock. I was able to go out a wee bit earlier and be in for that time. Whether it's a Sunday and we want to go away for the day and I don't need to be in the parlour at 5 o'clock in the evening, we don't come home to 8 o'clock, I can go out and do my hours work then. It's just the flexibility within the day for a young family that it gives you. I sort of have the Vector set up that she doesn't feed the cows from 3 o'clock in the morning to 7 o'clock, so then it allows the cows with a wee bit more hunger. So whenever I come out at 7, 7:15, she has the feed made, and the majority of the cows get up standing then, so that lets me time till do the cubicles then. So I don't be busy, but I be with the cows from 7 o'clock till 8:30 most mornings, because that's just the routine of when the Vector feeds them and when is the best time to go around the cubicles. Between that I be away feeding calves, AI and cows, AI and heifers. I don't be flat out. It's very easy going. I don't need till, if I want to do everything in an hour, I could do it, but I'd be an hour and a half or 2 hours most mornings between everything. Evening time would be a bit quicker. We don't do full cubicles at that time. We just go around and kick off any dung, and I suppose we're lucky enough that we had the area to do a separation area behind the robots, so any heifers that need collected are in that separation area. So first thing I do when I come out in the evening is tie the gate and close the heifers in round behind the robot. They generally walk in till it, bar maybe somebody that's only a couple of days calved. They'll stand there, then you push them through and lets you do other things while they're milking. Most evenings you'd be read up, not much over the hour, maybe an hour and a half. If you have a cow calving at the wrong time of the day, it holds you up. But I've very rarely missed a bedtime with the children, which would have been impossible in the parlour. The Vector's been brilliant in terms of freeing up time. We would have fed our cows. We had a smaller feeder wagon. We're doing 3 feeds a day for the milk cows. Young stock and dry cows would have been a separate feed each, and they would have been fed every other day. So one day we would have been 2 hours, the next day would have been 3 hours feeding. Now I probably spend 3 hours a week filling the kitchen. You can spend 10 minutes here and there tidying the kitchen up. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to do that. If you're busy, you mightn't be you might fill it on a Monday and you mightn't look at the kitchen again till Thursday or Friday, and that's grand. You can do things like that. I would fill the kitchen on a Friday to get me through. Normally, actually, if I fill it on Friday, it would get me through to Tuesday. Maybe you might need to top up a bit of dry cow silage or something like that, but generally you can go 4 to 5 days. So that was my main driver to go to Lely Vector. We obviously had a very good year. I was wanting to future-proof the farm. I was wanting to move to feeding straights rather than buying in blend. I thought there would be a saving there to pay it off, or to save money for the farm in bad times. So that was my main drive to move to a Vector. I was wanting to feed straights. I looked and priced about buying bins or building a shed to tip the straights up to start putting them into the feeder wagon myself. I didn't have the time, and I suppose with a good milk price year, I decided to go down the Vector route and let her do all the work for me, and also then save me money now in a bad milk price time that I'm now feeding straights, able to forward buy them and have a fair saving on blend prices. All different blends is different, so your milk cows there with a lot of goodies in it, there's less of a saving compared to buying off the mills. You're down to that maybe 10 to 20 pound mark, but on your young stock and dry cows there's maybe 50, 60 pound in it, so it adds up over the month. So it does. We're high yielding, so we use a lot of meal, so there's roughly 2 ton of meal coming into this shed alone per day, never mind young stock and dry cows, so there's a fair saving to be made. Yeah, I'm happy with the Horizon. I suppose I'm not used to anything else. I thought it was pretty quick to get onto it. Seeing what you need and what you don't need, there's plenty of reports there that you look at once in a blue moon, but there's plenty of reports there that you're looking at daily. Your fetch cows, but that would all be, I suppose, done on my phone, looking at fetch cows, looking at health treatments or AI cows, see who's all that to be done. Yeah, I suppose it links up very well, the reports. I don't have to manually add cows into groups or take them out. If they're going through the robot, the Vector knows how many cows is there. My nutritionist can log on remotely and change diets. The design, I suppose, I had this shed here for the cows. We were taking them across the street till the parlour, so we were adding 2 bays on, so for the robots. The Vector, it's in an existing shed. We were able to change it to suit the Vector, which is very good because it's very central in the yard. It's letting us do a lot. I think currently the one tub system's doing 13.5 ton a day, which they didn't think it could do. I suppose it's doing a lot above what we thought it would do. Startup process for the robots, for the milking robots, yeah. The month that we started up the milking robots, we calved 100 cows that day or that month. It's not advisable, but it got all the work done. It's 3 months of hard work, but when you have it done now, it left us a good Christmas that year, and ever since, I suppose this year, then we put in the Vector. It's a far different sort of startup. You have less to do. You stand about and watch it, and that's it. It just takes the job straight away off you. There's no learning anymore. Engineers have been brilliant. I suppose you work closely with the engineers that have started you up. You would be, if you have very minor problems, you'd be sending them a text and they would reply and tell you what to do, what to check, and sorts out 90% of problems. And FMS, Jacob and Caleb, yeah, they've been brilliant for me. I suppose Jacob, he was the main man with the Vector, getting it started up, and then obviously David, my nutritionist, getting things set up and tweaked and playing with feed heights and feed pauses and that sort of thing. But yeah, very happy with Milking robot, very few alarms, 5-6 times a year, as in nighttime alarms, 5-6 times a year I would say would be most. A lot of them are a twisted cluster, something simple like that, a heifer that isn't long calved and just falls out of the robot every now and then, that sort of thing. The Vector, you would have a few more, especially at the start until we got roots set. There was a few teething problems, but we seem to have got on top of a lot of those things now. But yeah, it seemed to be, there was a few teething problems at the start, roots, and once we changed roots to suit the layout of the farm, it's working very well now. It was straight down to backup. Lely is the leader in the area. There's a reason they're leading in the area, because of their backup service. There was a few other robots that we looked at and will milk cows every bit as well, but it was solely down to the backup that led us down the Lely path. For me, with a young family, it's been a game changer. I suppose we had the cow that suits it. Suits that high yielding robot house system. It's worked very well for us. It's breeding and feeding. You have to, takes years to breed the cow. I was lucky enough that we've been all AA bred for 30+ years. My dad was always picking good bulls and using good bulls. The cows were there. We never took them to their genetic potential because we were milking twice a day. We were still grazing our cows, and once we got that feeding in line, it started to up and up. And then once we put in the robots, the extra milking, and again the better feeding has just pushed them on till what their genetics can do. So I suppose in November, or middle of November there, we added in maize for the first time. We grew it here at home. So the cows I think currently are on 15 kilos of first cut silage, 12.5 kilos of maize, and then 11 kilos of meal, and then topped up to 12 kilos through the robots. On the high side, the lows is 20 kilos of first cut silage, 10 kilos of maize, and 7 kilos of meal. Yeah, everything's, I suppose, on a knife edge. Everything has to be done to best as you can, whether that's so obviously the Vector takes control of their feeding, whether it's the cubicles, whether it's clean water troughs, everything has to be till point. We're not afraid to feed cows. It's, I suppose, even with the drop in milk price, it's still, the milk to meal price ratio is still in our favour at the moment. Actually, both sides are sort of that 0.41. We would have this lower side on heifers. That's what's really pushing the feed rate up on it, is the heifers in it. If it was just low cows, it would probably be down at that 0.35, 0.36. I suppose one of the things going robotic has let me do has let my dad take not a back step, but not be as dependent on him. So his big role now is feeding calves. It used to be, if I was in the parlour, he had to do the cubicles, he had to do the feeds, because I didn't have time to do that. Now he feeds calves, and it gives him more time to point things out that I need to up my game at. He's been very good at letting me take the reins with investing on the farm and what I want to do, and he just makes sure I'm doing it right. You know, whenever you're in a job yourself, you can get blind to some of the things you're missing. He always makes sure and comes behind me and tells me things that I need to up my game at. Since I put in my 4th robot, that has been the great thing. This time last year I was running 170 cows on 3 robots, down to 6 and 7% free time. You had more collect cows. Your heifers weren't learning as quickly to go, because any time they went and thought, maybe I will go and milk here, they'd go and stand there for 20 minutes. It would be busy with cows. Then next thing, they would just get bored and walk away. Now I'm sitting at maybe 20% free time. It's just the competition less is there, whether you'll be talking to me this time next year and all my heifers are calved in with 20% free time is a different story, but at the moment free time has left it a lot easier for your less dominant cows.